Welcome back to Gravity Rush. So after a few little side quests, we're heading back to the plot. So we'll have to be doing our job for them, which is going to be awkward. How do you guys see out of those?
Welcome, Kal-El.
We're on the planet Krypton?
I mean, not anymore.
The look on her face is just like, how do you see out of those? It's like,
to be fair,
Bold
John,
of you
they
to
look like...
assume we can. I'm over here, sir. That you are.
Also, they look... If they had more green skin, they'd look closer to Guardians of the Universe than the Kryptonians.
yeah. Well, didn't the Guardians of the Universe have like giant heads though? Or am I thinking of something else?
Slightly bigger than usual, but not like obnoxiously big. Also, they're kind of dicks, so it fits better.
did she just grab Cat by the scarf?
The scarf, yes.
And the soldier's wife.
That sounds like the end of like a really long joke that you don't get to hear. And it's like it's in a bar or whatever,
No,
and then
no,
you
the
hear,
end to a-
and then
the
you
rent-
hear
yeah.
the obvious bad guy go, and the soldier's wife, and then his goons are like, ah ha ha ha.
Right, does Raven...
No, it sounds more like the ending to a bad joke of a '50s sitcom where they just it plays the little jingle at the end of it and then the show ends.
Does Raven have a backstory that involves these guys?
Well, she was mind controlled by them earlier. Remember?
Oh yeah, but she seems to be talking about them like she knows them beyond that.
Not really.
Huh. Well, in any case, this is a really interesting looking area.
Yeah, the environments look very nice in this game. I'll give it credit for that, despite not having the budget to do the most detailed things in the world.
I like the bubbles.
Yeah, fucking bubbles. Also, I miss playing as Raven, where she could just create energy balls herself and not
Just
have to
throwing
worry.
shells at everything.
Yeah.
I don't know. There's something very visceral about taking something and then chucking it across the room.
I threw a rock at it.
Depends on what you're chucking.
Like, I mean, I guess when it is just random rocks you find off the ground, it's less satisfying than when you like pick up a chair or a table or whatever.
I'm gonna
These
beat that
aren't rocks.
motherfucker with another
These
motherfucker.
are shells.
Or at least rocks in the shape of shells.
They're like,
Yeah, nothing precludes the rocks from being shaped like shells.
well, no, they're like spiral shells. Like,
Yeah, and rocks can look like that. You can carve them to look like that.
oh, well, who do you think was carving the rocks here? These things.
The blob monsters, they need to have a hobby too.
Directly.
Maybe it was that gelatin dude with hands.
I mean, you're
If
not.
it had lips, it'd probably say, "What the fuck? Those are my shells." To go back on with throwing objects to have something very visceral about it. I don't know. Nothing to me beats the sheer power of throwing a textbook.
Yeah, those things are heavy and dense.
Yeah, God. Also expensive.
Yeah, I was gonna say it also feels satisfying to do because you know how much they're worth.
It's frustrating though because as soon as like the semester ends, they're freaking worthless. Because you'd think that something that cost $80 would be able to get you more than 20 when you try to sell them back, but
80?
nope. Yeah, I know. This is for the
By the time you finish your semester,
No, I'm anything like that slow.
by the time you finish your
I
semester,
know, that's what I mean.
by the time you finish your semester, a new edition has come out, and the previous one is outdated and therefore worth less.
What's the difference in the new one? We changed the picture from Ronald Reagan to George W. Bush.
Oh,
About
well, I gotta
discussion
keep it
about
with the times.
politics.
Oh,
we-
man.
Legit,
you
one
know-
time I was tempted to take one of those, I think it was my second year in Teal. I was tempted to take one of the books that I had to take pictures of every page, save it to the computer, and just sell the book.
Dude, you would be a hero if you did that to all because that
I mean, people pirate books anyway. There's like a whole ecosystem for that for colleges.
I mean it's the only way that I'm normally pretty anti-piracy, but when it's very obviously the teachers trying to sell their own goddamn textbooks, then I feel not as bad about it.
Depends on the professor, because I've had some where yeah, I know it's selling for like $100, but if you just need the actual readings and not the practice things, I can get you the PDFs.
Yeah,
for, like,
I had a few
free.
professors that were very, very sincere about that sort of thing. It was like, with this book's a piece of shit. So I'm going to make sure you guys don't have to read it that much.
Oh God. Yeah, it's just I've had a few shitty professors who are like,
think
"Yeah, buy
everybody
my
has.
$200 textbook," and I'm like, "No."
I don't want to.
Yeah, especially when you don't need it. Like, there's a lot of the time where you just actually don't need the textbook, and it feels like a gigantic waste of money, even more than normal.
I think, like, a main part of the reason that colleges require textbooks is because they expect you to do self-study on your own time. But
Well, it's not the matter of having your own textbooks. It's more that they overcharge for them.
oh yeah,
Yeah.
I know, that was the but. That was what I was leading into. Yeah. In my case, though, I went to a really cheesy, cheap, kinda not good campus. I won't even, I can't even use the word college with a straight face. The Linux teacher was the highlights, mainly because, he very transparently did not know Linux and was a Windows teacher. So,
Oops.
for all of the Linux stuff, we basically just followed steps out of the workbook.
As
Probably
Mark Simpson
followed,
once
like,
said, just got to stay one step ahead of the kids.
My God.
Just kept going into discussions about curtains and drapes, and I was like, that's linens. I don't think he knows what he's talking about.
What? No. He was a teacher.
No, I'm proficient in Windows and drapes.
It's unfortunate because it would have been really interesting to learn Linux properly, because Linux is interesting. But
I'm sorry, I'm an expert in Mac. And cheese.
what on earth?
Here's our new gameplay elements, different styles of gravity falling.
Different styles of gravity falling?
Lunar style, where obscenely light.
Did it just change the leg things to a different color?
Oh, we're blue now. Oh, we can jump. Ooh. Oh,
Really,
that's
really,
cool.
really high.
I mean,
We can also walk on water and stuff.
I think that. Okay. I mean, first off, I do think this is really cool, but it seems also very late in the game to
That's what I was about
introduce
to
this kind
say.
of thing.
That's what I was about to say.
Yes,
like,
it is.
we're like 20 parts into this game, and side quests and all, and we're getting a really fun-looking gameplay mechanic that I honestly just sold it to me. This looks really fun.
But I'm also wondering why you would ever do this instead of just doing the normal stuff.
It's
I guess it
faster.
is more efficient. With
It's
the
more
gravity.
efficient because you're not using gravity. Also, it changes your fighting style.
Oh, okay.
It's also faster. Your
Yeah.
your momentum going towards the next objective is just way faster. Except
can also-
you're doing air dodging. Okay.
Yeah. See, perfect for Smash Brothers.
You mean PlayStation All Stars Battle Royale?
2.
She was already in that.
Was she?
Yeah, she was a DLC character.
Oh, that's right.
Does-
Waste of a slot.
We need to. Oh, what was the name of the Fire Emblem game made by the Fire Emblem people on?
I think it was
on
called Fire Emblem.
PlayStation? No, because there was the Fire Emblem devs who made like some of the very early Fire Emblems. Eventually, got sick of Nintendo's BS and made a different company and made effectively a Fire Emblem clone on PlayStation to the point that it was so similar to Fire Emblem that Nintendo then sued them for how similar it was.
What place was it for PlayStation?
One.
I'd imagine PS1.
One?
Yeah, PS1. I don't remember the name of it though.
Give me a second.
I'm trying.
Find something.
I'm trying to remember if I know this, but I don't think I do.
God, it was. Yeah, no, I can't remember. I'm sure someone in the comment section is
It's called
furious.
Water Crest.
Yeah.
Water. Silly Ryan, they didn't brush their teeth in the medieval times.
Oh boy, it's.
Okay, grass field.
I just noticed it's called Lunar Style Rocket Jump,
Yes.
and it's like
I
Is-
skipped the checkpoint.
Is this the only style like this we get in the game?
Nope, there's another one.
Oh man, that's really sick. It's
You can do wall kicks and stuff.
Yeah.
Nice.
The game in question is Tier Ring Saga.
that was it. That was it. Yeah.
Yeah. It was developed by Tyrannog, was founded by Fire Emblem creator.
Yeah. Anyway,
Shozu
there's
Okada.
too many Tyrian Saga characters in PlayStation All Stars Battle Royale.
But we finally got the ending to that joke.
Oh, great. The last DLC of the pack is Tearing Saga's 5 cabins main
Another
character.
Tier Ring Saga character. God damn it.
Is he another light beam sword user?
Oh man, I don't think that they'll ever add Mario to PlayStation All Stars Battle Royale, guys. I think it's just a pipe dream at this point.
Ha.
So you can still gravity
Yeah.
shift in the blue form.
Well, now you
Yes.
can. Because I
That
think
was just-
I
that
think
was-
it
that was
was
a
it
tutorial,
was yeah, it was taken away from you, and now you can.
I have a question. Like, when you're gravity shifting in this form, can you, like, shift the gravity toward a wall and then jump off the wall and do sideways moon jumps?
I think so.
That's a lot
game-
of freedom.
The game, you can do a lot of stuff. It's just one of those the game doesn't expect you to because they need to keep it relatively simple so you can still know what you're doing.
I mean, I think I'm normally a bigger fan of the kind of openish exploration platformers than the point-to-point, more Crash Bandicoot style platformers, but this power set would be awesome in a more challenge-based 3D platformer kind of style. Like, because just the being given a lot of air, but not with how slow, it's not as slow as many of the like low gravity kind of sections tend to be in these sorts of games. The first one that comes to mind is Mario Odyssey, which is not the first one to do it, but in that game you move very slowly on the moon planet where the gravity is really low. So while you can do some shenanigans on the moon planet, it's not quite as satisfying as it looks to do it with this mode. And oh, you can like teleport and crap. That's awesome.
Yeah, this is our replacement for the dive kick while we're in this mode.
It's just straight up teleportation.
Teleportation, yeah, Scooby-Doo up.
You like Ganon warp all over the place.
Also, we effectively get Raven's multi-kick thing by being in this mode.
When you play as Raven, does she have equivalents to these things?
Nope.
Well, that's, I think, also another cool way to differentiate Raven.
It's like Cat gets the elemental shields and everyone else goes to still be better.
Okay,
Yeah,
except
she-
that she can use these whenever she wants, which makes them automatically better than
I would
the
say
elemental
it's
shields.
Cat getting the bounce bracelet as opposed to. Wait, no, actually, now that I think about it, Shadow didn't get anything really unique in SA2, did he?
Well, that's because
Nope.
he had 4 levels that were added at the last minute.
True.
I think you only ever need to find the Lightspeed Dash. for
Yeah.
him.
You don't
That's
even
the
need.
only.
You don't even
don't
need the
even
flame,
need
the
the
fire
flame
bracelet. Yeah.
Yeah, the fire bracelet. I'm not even sure if you can get the fire bracelet on your first run through
No, you can
his level. You can? Okay.
if you know where to spin dash jump.
Oh, okay. I don't know how much. I don't know how much you're intended to. Then.
Yeah. Okay. Fair.
Yeah.
It looked
You
kind
know,
of
for
like Cat was so bored with falling that she got bored on the way through the air and started kicking her legs impatiently just there.
Okay. Okay. So what upgrade do you get for Shadow and Skyrail? Because I've never been able to find
Ancient
one in that
Light.
level.
Ancient Light.
It's the
You
ancient
find
light.
Ancient Light. I thought you find Ancient Light in Final Chase.
No, that's
What do you find in
Mystic
Final
Melody.
Chase?
Mystic Melody.
Oh, then what's the fine? Oh, that is that the thing that lets him charge and do the spin dash, zoop, 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 zoop
No, no.
attack?
The Mystic Melody is the
Mystic
one for
Melody
the town missions.
is the the when you sing at the ruin thing. Ancient Light is the light speed attack.
Yeah, okay, that's what I was talking about. Okay,
Yeah.
where the hell is it? I've been playing that game for 20
It's in
years.
Skyrail.
Yeah, but where in Skyrail?
In the
'Cause I
beginning
have-
of the game, like after the you know how the stage begins with you grinding that rail,
Yeah.
and you jump off. It's
to the left.
the tower on the left. It's on the very top,
Okay, I've never found it before.
There's no reason to go up there otherwise.
and you don't need the ancient light.
What the hell is
Yeah, but I wanna say that I got it.
what the hell is going on with those rocks up there?
It's part of the lunar power thing.
Oh, so now they're rocks, Lewis. Okay.
No, I mean the little rocks, those things. The fragments.
It looks like you're generating power. Or maybe it's a projectile attack that you're doing?
It's what happens when I throw things in
Will
this
it
form.
blend?
Let's find out.
No, that is the question. Did you not watch Will It Blend back in the day? This is like 2006 memes, so
Rock
it's okay
powder.
if you didn't.
Don't breathe this.
That looks like a goddamn brutal cyclone of shrapnel that would tear any living creature to bloody shreds.
You see, Will It Blend is old enough for Chuck Norris jokes to still be funny, because he put a Chuck Norris figurine into a the blender, and then the figure was fine afterwards. It just kind of bumped around in there, and then it said everything blends except Chuck Norris. So,
Ho-ho!
yeah, man, yeah, that's some 2007 tier memes right there.
Okay,
Special attack.
so I definitely like the lunar style, but the costume that comes with the lunar style looks a little bit
What
dumb.
What costume? It's just extra details on her arm.
I
Yeah.
like the blue tinge, though. I think that's pretty cool.
Like, it sort of works when she's all gravitied out like this, where her where her overall color changes, but when she's not, it looks a bit unfitting for the rest of her outfit.
They're a little pale. Like, I would have liked... See, right now, they're kind of glowing with the form while you're doing the attack. But every other instance, it looks like a glow stick that lost its glow.
I guess that's a good way to put it.
I don't know. I think it's pretty cool.
It's a better tint than the usual one, I think.
If you have one of the old costumes on, does it change the way those looks when you change form?
Well, the only thing that effectively changes are like the bands around her arms and legs. So yeah, I imagine.
And
It'd be fine.
well, but here's the thing, though. Considering alternate costumes remove the bands altogether, just for the sake of the costume,
Yeah, it could just change her aura or something.
that or they just don't load the bands at all.
But what about like the pop star outfit though? Does the bands in her hair turn blue?
I mean, that'd be a great addition of detail. Yeah, the fact
Anyway,
that you can
I
like
wish
go
that
into
they
a high
added
jump
this
into
mechanic like 4 hours earlier.
Yeah. I mean, again, mind you, I'm doing every side.
Yeah,
quest for
I was
this
gonna
new
say I think
part.
you can get it earlier if you did just nothing but like main story stuff first.
Yeah. Hey, it's the part of the old town that we were in the last game.
Oh, did somebody like teleport it into the Twilight Zone?
I guess. The rules here are fast and loose. Where have you been? All right, you're bringing him back.
Wait, this is like, there were parts of the town that got zapped away during the last game, weren't there?
No, that was the in-between game mid-quill thing.
Hmm.
Okay, so I know that it's supposed to be like an imaginary language, but it just kind of sounded like Raven was like, "Oh yeah."
Oh yeah, oh yeah. What? Raven, that's racist. Can't go saying that.
What?
That was kind of in time with the subtitle there for a second. I thought you were just repeating the story.
I like how Raven's like, "Let's go," and then you're just standing here like, "Okay."
I'm gonna throw a rock at it.
Except it's going to get caught in level geometry before it leaves where you're standing, and you're not going to get very far at all.
So you don't use gravity unless if you're moving, right? So you can.
You use it very slowly if you're hovering.
Okay. Oh yeah, I can kind of see it go down when you're standing still. Now that I'm paying more attention to it, but it definitely goes faster if you're moving. Okay.
Yeah.
What about if you're like walking on a wall or something like that?
As long as you're not using the gravity, it's not using.
I think as
Yeah,
long as
really.
you're glowing, the meter's draining in some capacity.
Yeah.
Ooh.
So because I'm in the lunar style, I can wall jump and all that, and not use gravity because it's not using gravity.
I mean, aren't
Yeah,
you
just using my
always
natural
using
legs.
gravity technically?
Well, there's a difference between using your gravity and the planet's.
Changing gravity. Stupid rocks. There you go. Don't know why we're bothering to fight these things. We could just leave.
'Cause
Isn't that
they
what
have the
Raven
whole
did? I thought
town.
that's what Raven did.
No, they were like, this thing blew up the old town, and they wanted to beat it up because...
Yeah. Boss monster.
Oh, it's kind of cute.
It's a
with
fish.
its 12 eyes.
It's really just a giant goldfish
Yeah, I know.
with 12 eyes.
Yeah.
You know, as they
you do. Also, someone needs to play the Ballad of the Windfish.
Oh, cat. No, that's not how that works. You don't walk through the roof.
Why not? I can do anything else.
Battle of the Windfish. Remember that part in Link's Awakening with the Windfish? So you gotta find all the musical instruments, and Link was like, "Bitch," and he just jumps straight up and leaves the island.
I must go now. My planet needs me.
You see, I was surprised that they changed that part of its backstory for the remake.
Yeah. It's not entirely one-to-one.
Okay.
It's like I find a giant raisin.
The California raisins.
Oh my god. What has
They all
time and
fu-
science done?
They all fused together and became the super
Yeah,
raisin.
no, nobody listens to the music anymore.
That's going to date most of our listeners.
Yeah,
I think that's before even your time.
I feel I feel
was
I
the
have
80s.
to, I feel I have to ask for the sake of conversation. Are the California raisins even relevant in this day and age? Or
No, they're not.
When did
I
they
don't
lose
think they-
relevancy?
They stopped losing relevancy when I was a kid, Sean.
It's okay though. They can make them baby raisins and bring them.
Well, I
back.
gotta
You mean
see. I gotta
grapes?
see if they at least had a. I gotta see if
Oh,
they
yeah,
at
they
least
would be
had a.
grapes.
I gotta see if they at least had an edgy '90s like phase.
Oh man, I'm trying to imagine those stupid ravens with like, this isn't really 90s, but like a Fallout Boy like bang cut over their eyes, and it seems disgusting. Can we not actually?
Emo band California raisins.
Where they talk about how like they spend their life all dried up, man. Oh,
Something
God.
like that, I guess.
God. The edgy reboot of the California Raisins is not something we need in our lives.
Oh my god, Capcom made a video game about them.
Yeah, I know.
What?
Capcom made a lot of
Oh no.
weird video
Okay, it was
games.
canceled. It was canceled.
Oh.
Yeah, so they were an 80s property, weren't they, John?
Yeah, they were primarily '80s. I'm looking at the discography, and '87 and '88. That's it.
Yep.
Wait, they actually had like,
Yeah, they had actual
Albums?
songs.
Yeah, they had actual songs.
did they chart?
I heard it through the grapevine. Peaked at number 84 in the Billboard Hot 100 in 1988.
So did Raven just not comment at all about the weird new costume?
No.
I don't think she cares. Or would notice. I feel like Raven would be the kind of person who Cat's like, "Hey Raven, do you notice something about me?" And then Raven would be like,
New scarf?
yeah, pretty much.
Yeah, possibly.
Yeah, Raven's the boyfriend in the situation.
No, she would notice and pretend not to, just to be a dick.
Note to all people in relationships, don't do that. Because that's being a dick, which is bad.
What if your name's Richard? Then you're kind of obligated to be a dick then.
No, because people can call you Rick instead of Dick.
Nobody likes Rick Grayson.
No. So no. If your name is Richard, you are Dick, but you're not a dick.
I mean, aren't you? You are kind of though. I mean, unless if you are more than one Richard at the same
If people are,
time?
if someone's looking for someone named Dick and you're Richard, then you can technically say I am a Dick, but I'm not your Dick.
Okay.
Okay.
I'm not done this Long Island iced tea yet. Look at that Uncle Sam S poster on the top.
Yeah, things are getting worse. All because of the teleportation. Yeah, Scooby-Doo portals. Also, meaningful haircut trope
Wait, where?
for this girl.
Oh, okay.
She cut it off.
Oh no.
Oh no.
Time to begin the rebellion. Next time.